Hello, everyone. Happy Monday to you. Thanks for taking part of your work week and staying here with us on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, as always, Brian Schlonsky. And as always, we have a great show for you on tap today. Let's take you right to the rundown now. Joining us today on Wave Listens Live, we have the Exum Group, Cornerstone Wellness Center, and RE/MAX Properties East and North Point Bank. So we want to start here in studio with Exum Group. A great topic we'll be talking about today. Jackie Exum, Senior Real Estate Specialist, as always, joining us. And you've brought along Lynn Harrelson with you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
We love getting to talk to you guys about the expertise that you provide. Jackie, let's just start with you, kind of give that overview that we always love to do, talk about what Exum Group is able to offer uniquely to your clients.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having us. So Exum Group is a real estate team at Keller Williams Global East. We help people buy and sell real estate, and also we have a special sort of niche program that serves our senior community. We help in times of transition.
Lynn, let's talk a bit about how you were brought into this and the specifics that you're able to help with.
I am a clinical pharmacist, and I provide medication management services for patients who use multiple medications. Sometimes it's a senior, sometimes it's a younger person. But basically what it does, it helps them stay healthier at home for a longer period of time. That eases some of the transitions that a patient may be having when they do need to move. It's delayed, but they stay healthier for a longer period of time. Everything goes easier.
Yeah, how did you get involved with this in your own background? And I imagine this has been something you've been working with for a long time.
For a long, long time.
A true expert.
Well, we're not going to count at least 45 years plus.
My gosh, so you've seen it all.
Well, when I was growing up, I helped in the care of my grandfather who lived in his home, and I saw the caregiver burden. And then when I went through pharmacy school and began to practice, I realized the problems that the caregivers had for older patients, and just some of the transition. When I would work in the community in different churches or nursing homes, I would just see some of the angst, and a lot of the problems were related to the medicine or their use. It made it more difficult. And I just saw lots of opportunities to improve the process and bring a lot of people a lot more peace.
Yeah, Jackie, let's talk a bit about, because it's always exciting when you bring the guests with you that help support what Exum Group is able to do. Obviously, Lynn is one of those folks. How are you guys able to work together to make this senior transition easier? It may seem obvious in some ways, but yeah, I can imagine there's things that people never think of when they have to go down this road.
Absolutely. That's a great question, because I guess probably the public would want to know, well, how does pharmacy relate
right? How do these come together?
Yeah, exactly. So the thing that I've learned in my time as first a social worker and now in real estate is that there's two kinds of transitions I generally see. And every transition is unique, but there's kind of two major categories that they tend to fall into. One is a health crisis that forces a transition, and those are harder. Those are tough transitions. They tend to be pretty stressful.
Sometimes
and it's
immediate too.
Yeah.
People need the help right away.
Yes, and the big piece of that there too is you may not be calling your own shots anymore if it's because of a healthcare crisis, right? There could be family that's making those decisions for you, healthcare professionals. It's possibly out of your hands in some scenarios. And so the other kind of transition that I would say is preferable is the one where people are really proactive. They're making decisions while they're still fairly healthy. They're thinking forward. Those are the more joyful transitions. It's better for everybody involved. And the thing that I've discovered in working with professionals like Lynn is that if you can pull in those supports along the way, those transitions are so much better for everybody, including the professionals involved, including the family and the person themselves.
Yeah, being able to plan ahead, I imagine, can keep you out of some of the pitfalls that I imagine, Lynn, you've seen over the years. Talk about how making better use of medications and the work that you can do. If somebody is looking at this segment saying, I fall under the second category, it's not something that is out of my hands and immediate, I can plan for this, how using these resources really sets you up to be in a better place for that.
Well, medication-related problems, and there's a whole overuse, misuse, underuse, confused use is one of the biggest factors that causes our seniors today to lose their independence and have to be rushed to different types of facilities. And sometimes in that rush, a lot of things aren't always taken care of. So basically, managing your meds and addressing your needs on an ongoing basis at every point in life makes that transition a lot easier. And it's actually easier on the family caregivers as well, because a lot of in-family caregivers are having problems with productivity where they work because they have to take off so much time to take care of mom or dad. And it just helps people stay healthier. It's also less expensive long-term to take care of the problems proactively rather than in the crisis mode.
Obviously, that expense a big portion of this, why it's so good to be proactive. And Jackie, let's talk a bit too, since you guys are so unique in the real estate services you're able to provide, some of the things that you wish that clients that maybe had come to you, I don't want to say too late, but at a point where you could have done even more had they come sooner. What would you want people to know who are listening right now that think, I might be behind already on this?
Right. Yeah, that's a great question as well. You know, there's no exact right or wrong time to reach out. There are some families and clients that we work with where we need to put a sale sign in the yard tomorrow. Yeah. And there are some where there's one right now, a family I'm helping. We've been in contact for 2 years. You know, so there isn't too early. You can reach out at any time and start the planning process. And in fact, I really encourage that, because everything that's just smoother. Everybody knows what to expect when you've already made those decisions in advance.
It's so helpful. Before we let you guys go, I want you each to take a minute, talk about how people can get in touch with the resources you provide and all the great information that we've talked on today. Lynn, we can start with you.
Well, one thing I want to follow up with her is any symptom in a patient should first be assumed to be a medication side effect. So that's a real red flag. Individuals can reach me at my office phone number, 502-425-8642. I also have a website, seniorpharmacysolutions.com, that has a lot of information and resources to answer questions, to prompt them to have more thought about the process, that type of thing. And I would really encourage a lot of individuals to review that.
Great information. And then Jackie, of course, getting in touch with Exum Group as well.
Just give me a call, 502-225-3303.
Well, thank you so much. We've got the information up here, as well as the address, suite number, and the link there to the Wave Listens section on the Exum website. Thank you both for sharing some of your expertise. I know it helps so many people in our community, and for the work that you guys do each and every day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to talking to you again soon. We hope you'll stay with us here on Wave Listens. We've got a lot more coming your way. Cornerstone Wellness Center is here as well. They'll be sitting down with me next after the short break.